Hi, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking to other realtors about what I think are the top 10 best places you can find client leads. Realtors need to sustain a steady pipeline of leads. When interest rates are low and the weather is nice, the leads might be rolling in, but change is always around the corner, either at the holidays or at a market downturn to stop your momentum, and then, in turn, your commission checks. Before we get started, please subscribe and hit that like button. Number 10, mailings. I find that mailings rarely get a response. In fact, I've never had a client call me from a mailing that they hadn't previously met me in person. I find that mailings are best used as an extra touch point to keep in contact with friends, family, and previous clients. Number 9, social media. This might include Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. Social media can be used to make contact with potential clients and can be more successful than mailings. These forms of contact still put distance between you and potential clients because they've never met you in person. There generally is a lot of competition on social media. I know on the websites like on Facebook that sell homes in the local market, realtors will just be waiting as soon as someone posts that they want to buy or sell, and 100 people might respond trying to get their attention. So if you want to use this, be prepared with a response that is unique and catches the interest of the client. Once you come up with a way that you want to represent yourself, it might be in your best interest to private message the person because you don't want others in the industry stealing your secrets. Number 8, make contact with other businesses where you can leave your business card. These businesses might include ones that aren't related to real estate and ones that are related to real estate. Ones that aren't related to real estate might be your doctor's office, your dentist's office, the place where you buy your furniture, perhaps the place where you get your hair cut or your nails done. Any business that has a cork board or a table where you can leave business cards for future people coming in is great. Just get permission from the business first. Businesses that are related to real estate would be like mortgage lenders, title companies, probate lawyers, or divorce lawyers. You might even have close relationships with someone who owns a construction company or does cleaning for large homes, and they can recommend you as a realtor for someone looking for one. Number 7, cold calling. This can be very intimidating and frankly depressing. They say it takes 18 cold calls before one of those calls turns into a lead, and only 20% of leads convert into a transaction. That means it would take you 90 cold calls to possibly get one client. It can be discouraging to have so many people reject you. However, if you still wish to make cold calls, there are times and days that are better than others. They say Wednesday is the best day of the week to be successful with cold calls. Between 4 and 5 p.m. is the best time of day to be successful with cold calls. Also, the longer you can keep the person on the phone call, the more likely it is for that call to be successful. Number 6, going door to door. This can be as frustrating as cold calling, but it depends on your approach. If you are walking around the neighborhood hanging door hangers, then you might as well be sending mailers. They are no more effective, and the postage is cheaper than the gas and definitely less time consuming. However, if you are handing out flyers about a home you recently sold in their neighborhood and you take the time to speak with them in person, you will have a better success rate of them becoming a future client. You should definitely be going door to door with flyers if you're holding an open house in their neighborhood. And that brings me to number 5, open houses. If you have a listing, hold an open house. Have a sign-in sheet at your open house where the people coming in have to fill in their name, phone number, email address, and perhaps what kind of home they're looking for, or maybe their price range, and if they already have a realtor to represent them or not. If you don't have your own listing to hold an open house for, Talk to the other realtors in your brokerage. Many of them that are very successful are too busy to hold their own open house and would be more than happy to have you hold one for them to help sell their listing. Number 4, expired and withdrawns. You can pull lists of expired and withdrawns off of the MLS. Be sensitive to the fact that these sellers are probably frustrated with their current realtor and may not be open to talking to another one very soon. They may be discouraged that they haven't sold their home and perhaps under a lot of stress. Let them know that you understand their frustrations and you're only there to make things easier for them. Be prepared to share with them a few ways in which you would sell their house differently than the previous realtor. Number 3, for sale by owners. These homeowners are out there advertising, hey, I want to sell my house. So you know they're already open to doing so. The main problem with for sale by owners is there are many realtors already contacting them, and they can be frustrated if you wait too long to call them. If you want to make for sale by owners a priority, be prepared to look them up and call every day. You want to be one of the first ones they touch base with, so they're more likely to choose you in the future. Number 2, network at non-real estate events. Real estate events already are crawling with other realtors. I'm talking about going places where there aren't any. Take up a class you have interest in. Maybe it's an exercise class, a pottery class, or a cooking class. Maybe you want to join a country club or volunteer somewhere. Choose something you're passionate about so it isn't boring for you. At least you're doing something fun, even if you're not successful in getting new leads. If you're regular in attending these events, eventually you'll make friends and people will start asking you what you do for a living. Then you have the chance to talk about real estate. Some events are one-time only events. You might see them advertised on Facebook or hear them on the radio or in the local paper. If you want to attend one-time only events, you might want to wear a shirt or something that advertises that you're a realtor or has a logo of your brokerage on it. That way you don't even have to mention it to people for them to know where you work. Bring business cards with you wherever it is you're going, and make it a goal to hand out at least 10 at the event. Number 1, your sphere of influence, also known as your SOI. I've also heard others refer to it as their circle. This includes your family, your friends, people you may have worked with at a previous job, or those you go to church with. The people in your sphere are your biggest allies. You can call them up and have a conversation about something unrelated to real estate and perhaps bring it around to real estate in the end. The key is to contact your sphere on a regular basis so they keep in mind that you're a real estate agent. If anyone they know mentions that they're looking to buy or sell their home, then they can refer them to you. Bonus: worst places to find leads. The worst place to find leads is to pay for them. This could be either Zillow, Bold Leads, Market Leader, RedX, etc. When you become really successful as a realtor, if you want to spend your money paying for leads, be my guest. But I would suggest don't spend money before you make it. Okay, so to recap: mailings, social media, contacting businesses to leave business cards, cold calling, going door to door, open houses, expired and withdrawns, for sale by owners, networking at non-real estate events, and your sphere of influence. Thanks for watching. See you next time.